Good afternoon. This is Alzado. I want to discuss very briefly the Tea Party hypocrisy that is taking place in our country. What was actually the Boston Tea Party in reality? Well, it was the Americans being taxed for their home brew and the tea that came overseas by the English. We were being taxed. We were being oppressed. We were being restricted and limited in our freedoms. And why do I say beer? Because the English were forcing the colonists to buy the English lager. The Americans were making the first attempts of microbrewery back in 1770, in the 1770s. This is the concept behind why Samuel Adams is so successful and so popular, because it's built off of this American foundation. Boston, revolution, protecting our rights, our beer that we make. Okay, why was it called the Tea Party? Because the Americans aren't stupid. They threw the tea in the sea. Why would you want to throw the beer away? Come on, it's a no-brainer. But the bottom line is, the Americans were still, this revolution was still about being unjustly taxed, and the Americans revolted against this oppression. Now, let's compare that with the Tea Party hypocrisy that exists today. What's going on? They're saying that makes them true Americans. What? What oppression are you facing? What's your revolution against? I think you're all mixed up and ass backwards, which would explain why Sarah Palin is spearheading this event as well, and her presence there. But what's happening, it's the reverse. These guys got it all wrong. The revolution happened in this past election. The people spoke. They revolted and rebelled against the oppression, the system that existed in our political environment. And they voted for a president that represented change. That's what we're getting, change. And it's hard and difficult to cope with. We get it. So what the Tea Party people are doing is going back to their original stance and saying, we're revolting against those who revolted against us. Well, that's like the English saying, we're going to revolt against the colonists back in 1773. What? It makes sense. We've already revolted. That horse has left the barn. You've missed the boat, Tea Party, folks. The rebellion has happened. Okay? So you guys, this quote-unquote Tea Party, is misapplying the wrong metaphor. And remember what got you here. The greed of the financial institutions, the collusions of the politicians with the establishment. Remember, those are the English. The government's not the sovereign state to be afraid of, because the government is us. It's not the beer that we should be afraid of. It's what revolves around not allowing us to have our American home brew. Thank you. And long live the United States of America.